Hey guys, finally set up on a good spot. Got a nice rip out here in front of me. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. Can't really see it till the waves crash, but she's out there. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and slide. I will show you what I'm sliding here. It's half a ray. Tackle today is 14-foot 3-inch breakaway HDX with the Saltiga 50. 150 wind on leader, 8-ounce Sputnik sinker, 200-pound carbon coated steel. We're gonna go ahead and throw this thing out there and see what happens. All right, so we're setting up rigs. All right, couldn't seem to find my other rig from the other day, so we got our non-return slide. Okay. We've got one J hook. When I make these, I make them with one, and then I add the second one when I'm on the beach according to the size of my bait. All right, so we got one J, and then this is 5.5 to 6 foot of 200-pound steel cable. And for bait, we're gonna send this guy half a stingray. All right, so the way I want to rig this up, considering I just buried everything in the damn sand. All right, so you want to rig this thing up streamlined. So I want one hook up here and another hook sitting down in here somewhere. So what I'm gonna do is, all right, we're gonna put this on there. We're gonna use a knotless knot or a snail. You always go in through the back, okay? And there you go. Okay, so now that hook can slide. So turn that hook over. We're gonna set this up so we can have one hook, I'd say sitting around there, and one hook sitting somewhere up in there. All right, so what we're gonna do is, once we have that placed, I gotta do it with the other hand. Once you've got this hook placed where you want it, okay, you're gonna squeeze down on it so that that hook stays the opposite direction. Okay, holding down on it. Then with this cable, you're gonna bend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then stop. And then the trick is always, 100% of the time, go back through the back of the hook, and I will show you why in a second. All right, so we're just gonna twist this up around our hand, hold the hook, and pull. Oh, there we go. You can tie cable. All right, and there you go. So now, if you notice, this hook is not sitting straight with that hook. So what we do is we hold this and twist this hook back towards us, and you'll feel the tension building up. Once you get about 4 or 5 turns, pull it. Then when you let go, see how they sit nice and straight now? Okay. You can always tweak wire. Always tweak cable, wire. Just make sure that that's sitting nice and tight. All right. Then, to attach that to the non-return slide, okay, you need a pair of pliers. So hold on, let me grab my pliers. All right. We are going to go through the eye, okay? We are through the eye. Leave yourself about a 4-inch, 5-inch tag end, all right? Then what we're gonna do is we are going to grab the eye of that hook and the cable together, okay? Then watch this, it's about to blow your mind. You're gonna bend it, and then you're gonna wrap it around the eye of that swivel, one full rotation, okay? Then you can let it go. So now you'll notice this tag end is now coming off the bottom. If you can see what just happened, I wrapped around And now it's coming off the bottom, so now we're going to come back up, just like that. All right. So if you see what I just did, I went around the stem of the hook, the swivel there, and came back up. So now what we're going to do is hold the eye of the hook, or the eye of the swivel, and we're going to wrap. Watch this. All right. Just like you're making a haywire twist with cable, or with wire, sorry. All right. And we're going to do this a few times. Something that'll help you. Once that gets a little longer, just hold it with your pliers. All right. So now we're wrapping. All right. So once you get 5 or 6 turns on that, that is not coming out. It's not going anywhere. All right. Go ahead. Oh yeah, these are nice and rusty. That's good. That's good for crimpers. Just so you know, if you get nice things like nice crimpers and stuff, you gotta leave them in your tackle bag and don't wash them off so they don't work. All right, so cut that little tag end off. And that's what you got. Okay, see that? And there's your rig. You've got a slide to your double J's. So now let's rig this bait up. Here, I like to rig them this direction. I don't know why, kind of weird. All right, so what we're gonna do is it's gonna slide just like that, all right? So this hook I'm gonna put in first, and you don't wanna go deep. You just wanna go under the skin. That's it. Just a little bit under the skin there. And then this one just goes real simple, in and out. That bait is rigged, and I promise you, when a fish picks this up, you don't want anything rigid. All right, this, I mean, for all intent and purposes, yes, this could flip to the side and hook into something. I get it. But you know what? It's fishing, and fishing has flaws. All right, so don't drive yourself crazy. Something else I like to do is right here. I like to use this thread. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna build this up just a little. All right, probably should have done this before I rigged it up, but it is what it is. Okay, all we're doing, sorry, didn't realize you guys couldn't see. All I'm doing here with this thread is I'm building up that nose, just so it's a little tougher. All right, now we got it. Just so it's a little bit tougher. So when I'm sliding it, it doesn't want to rip out of the bait, because that's very shallow hooked. All right, and it's the nose of a ray. Nose of a ray is extremely light. All right, so that's what we're doing. Then we're going to tie that off. Okay, just like this. A couple half hitches on the hook works. All right, just like that. There's our bait. Okay, I am actually, well, maybe I'm not. Oh, yep, there I am. I'm gonna trim these floppy bits off. All right, and I'm gonna do that because I don't want anything inhibiting this bait. I don't want anything to inhibit it. I just want it to slide nice and neat, nice and natural. All right. All right, so as you guys can see, you've got a current out here going from left to right. You do not want to cast to the left, because what it's going to do is it wants to push that bait up the line. It will still go out, but what I want to do is aim towards the right. And what that's going to do is when I go slide that bait out, that current is going to help take it out. All right, so let's get this thing out there. Actually, I'm going to walk a little to the right when I throw this. All right. here we go. All right, so now what you want to do is sling the rod tip kind of over your shoulder and grab your line. All right, I've been having a tough time getting this on video for you guys for some reason. All right, so here's your line. You run the line up through the back of the coil and keep going under this little snap. Hold on. Run your line through the back of that coil and keep going around through that snap. Okay, and what's going to happen is it goes through those coils, it sets itself, so now it's on the line, and then you close that shut. So now what it's going to do is when I try to not send it, when I start doing this with my hand, see how that clip wants to go? Look, see how that clip wants to go? Here we go. Oh, it's in that wave, so you stop. There you go, it's past it. All right. And there she goes. The clip is almost underwater right now. It's gonna keep going, keep going. Now, once that clip goes underwater, I don't know if I can show you guys this. There, that's what we're doing right here, all right? Real fast little flicks of that rod tip, and that's gonna get that bait sending. Then what we're gonna do is once that clip touches the water, which it has, we're gonna step back and start going like this. All right, nice, easy strokes. And every time you do this, it's gonna send that bait half a yard, 20 inches or so. All right, so that's how that works. You'd shake this thing like this about 100 times and it should be all the way down there to that stopper. But I'll get back to you guys once this thing's set. This is Jen's rod. This is 14 on the nose with an Okuma Cedros. I think it's the 80. Again, most people are kind of skeptical on these reels, you know, Okuma. They didn't come out with the best name in the world, but man, they're kind of on fire. This reel's used for jigging, like offshore jigging. Would I use it for offshore jigging? No. But for big bull reds, tarpon, cobia, sharks, absolutely. Thing's a beast. We are about to throw a casted bait. 12-0 circle hook. This is called a dingle, okay? It's just a piece of wire attached to your hook. It's got a little bend in it, and then a circle right down here at the end. Your bait fills up this part, okay? And what happens is when you go to cast, you hook your weight on here so it throws as one piece. And I'll show you how that works. But we're gonna rig up this ladyfish. All right, so what we're gonna do is I want that hook to sit, oh, hold on, let's get that camera right. I want that hook to go right there, and that to sit right there. So what we're gonna do is right about here, okay? We're gonna cut that ladyfish head off. And then over here, we're just gonna cut this just like so, okay? And what that does is that makes the back of that bait nice and round, okay? The next thing we're gonna do is I am gonna come in here right in the belly and I am gonna split that ladyfish, okay? So now she's open, okay? Once I do that, I'm gonna take this hook and I am gonna go right through the lips of that bait, okay? And then this wire is gonna come back in here and hook under that bait. See how that hooked in there? That wire is now hooked up in that bait, so it's not gonna pull off there. It can't pull off there, okay? Then I use this elastic cotton thread. All right. Let me just make. Oh, good. So that's what we're going to do now. All right. Oop, there we go. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bind that bait. All right. I'm just going to bind that up around that wire. Okay. Once that's good and bound up on that wire, I'm going to take this ladyfish and we're going to turn this ladyfish into a fillet fish. Just going to come in here. We are going to fillet this ladyfish. All right, there's one side. All right, there's the other side. Take this bone out. All right, that's what we're going to do. Take the whole bone out of the center there. And we're just going to see how big's our bait. All right, so she's that big, so I'm going to come up here. Now I'm going to cut this right here. And we're going to cut it here and here. And I'll show you why. And we're going to flip it around so that all that meat is exposed. All right, and we're just going to bind that on. Just like that. All right. Just like this. Alright. So now you got the one fillet on there. The other fillet, let's go ahead and put on the other side. Just like that. Alright. So now what you're doing is you are essentially throwing an entire ladyfish. Okay, the whole ladyfish, but you're just changing the shape of it. That's all you're doing here. All right. Now that ladyfish probably weighed somewhere around 5-6 ounces. It was not a big ladyfish. So now if I add, let's say a 5 or 6 ounce weight on the bottom of this, I should be able to throw this thing a country mile. And all that meat is on the outside now, so that's all just leaking oil and scent and blood into the water. It's just a perfect way to present a bait. And then when you're done here, you just half hitch this off a few times. All right? And that is your bait. There you go. Jen just hooked up. What? What's uh-oh? There's no uh-oh. Nothing needs to be uh-oh'd. Did you put the rod holder in the sand deep enough, babe? Feel decent? I hear you. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Probably tighten up on it just a hair. There you go. Whoop, that's not just a hair. There you go. That's a lot of hairs.
That's one hair too many.
One hair too many. Down there and go see if, well, I don't think he's anywhere close. Probably about to swim into the slide line, which is okay. Keep pulling him. That's all you can do. There he goes. Nice little shark on her spinning gear. She loves catching these. Loves it. And if Jen likes it, I like it. Alright. Damn, he broke that rig off.
He broke off, huh?
Yeah. He just broke off and I grabbed him.
I saw that.
Alright, he's all wrapped up. Nice little black nose though, baby. Huh? Nah, he's probably gonna lose his mind here in a second. Nicely done, babe. Nice little black nose shark. All right, let's get him back in the water. If you hold them upside down like this, a lot of the times they won't totally lose their mind. And there he goes.
All right, guys, well, there you have it. Didn't exactly get what we were looking for, but you know what? Jen had fun, and that's what counts. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please don't forget, like and subscribe. And if you're interested in any slide tackle or any gear that you saw in this video, please feel free to contact us at slidelineusa@gmail.com. Thanks again. See you next week.